Well, hi everybody. I hope that you're having a great day. I want to show you how to make an accordion owl today. Let me show you what supplies you'll need to make your owl today. You're going to need 2 pieces of paper, and what I did was I just took 1 piece of colored computer paper and I just cut it right in half. And then you're going to need something for the feet, so I just took some of this orange paper. And it's just a piece of computer paper that's cut into 4, so you don't need a whole lot for the feet and the beak. All right, and then you're gonna need some googly eyes. Now, if you don't have googly eyes, you can always use some paper. Just a little white piece of paper and a little bit of black paper will work just fine. And then you're gonna need a rubber band. And of course, you're gonna need some scissors. And you're gonna need some glue. Now, I'm gonna use some glue stick. That works best for me. But if you don't happen to have a glue stick, Elmer's glue or even tacky glue, or if you happen to have glue dots, work great too. Okay, so let's get started on our accordion owl. Now, if you don't know, an accordion is a musical instrument that goes like in and out, right? It's folded and in and out. You could also say that this is like a fan owl. So what you do is you're gonna take your piece of paper, the one piece of it, and you're gonna fold it like a fan. So you're going to fold it back, just one edge here, and then you're gonna flip it over and you're gonna fold it back again, okay? And you're just gonna keep going until this whole thing is folded like a fan or an accordion. So now that we have our piece of paper folded back, kind of like a fan or an accordion, right? So what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna keep it folded and we're going to fold this in half. So we're gonna find the middle spot here and we're gonna fold it. All right, so do you see how I have it folded here? Just like that. Okay, so now you're gonna take your rubber band and you're going to rubber band the middle that we just folded. And you may need to wrap the rubber band around a couple of times depending on the size of the rubber band. Okay, so that's just gonna help this stay secure because our next step is to glue the fan together. We're gonna glue these sides together so that when they're both glued, both sides are glued, it's gonna be a round shape, okay? So that will be the body of our owl. So now let's glue. All right. So the trick with the gluing part, especially for this part with the fan here, you're gonna wanna put a good amount of glue on there. And you're gonna wanna squeeze it together for a little bit to make sure that it stays put, okay? So you're gonna wanna squeeze these 2 side pieces. And you're gonna kinda wanna press them down and make sure that they stay on there because you don't want your owl to come apart, right? That would be sad. So just kinda keep squeezing that, holding it in place, making sure that it really sticks together with that glue. You may need to just hold it for, a few seconds. All right, I think that's good. So now we have that glued down. So now let's do this other side here. Okay. All right, so we'll do the same thing. Just fold it in like this. And then, again, just kind of slide your fingers back and forth just to make sure that it adheres, okay? All right. Just pinch this together. Okay, we're nearly there. We nearly have our owl body already. Okay, so that's pretty good. So here's our finished product here, for the owl body at least. Okay, so let's put this aside, and now we're going to do the wings. So we're gonna do the wings in the same color as the body, and what I'm gonna do, when I made this before, I basically just folded my paper and then I cut out the side of the wing so that I actually had two. So let me show you what I mean by that. So I'm gonna fold this paper in half, and I'm gonna do it kind of like how you make hearts. Have you ever done that before, where you fold the paper and then you cut half of the heart, and then when you unfold it, it's the full thing? So I'm gonna do that with the wings. Now, if you wanna draw your wings out, definitely do that. I think I'm just gonna try it by hand here. So I'm gonna I'm gonna start where that fold is that I just did, and I'm gonna just cut around and make some wings. So let's see here. All right, let's see how this looks. So you notice that it's actually one whole wing, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it right at that fold, so I have two. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that'll do. So now I'm just gonna glue it onto the back of my owl, and so it's gonna look like this with our wings. So I'll just glue this edge here. And again, you're just gonna wanna press this on and make sure that the wing stays on your owl. So you're gonna just need to hold it for a little bit. Okay. Okay. So we got one of our wings on there already. So let's do the other one. And then I just continue to press on that glue until it sticks to the paper. Keep pressing on that wing. It may just take a few seconds for it to stick. Okay, so now we have our little owl body and the wings. And so let's do the feet next, because the owl needs some feet. So just like how we did with our wings, where we folded our paper in half, we're gonna do the same thing, but this time we're going to make two hearts for our feet. Okay, so we're going to cut around and make one heart. So here's our little paper, here's little feet. It's one heart, and then we'll do another heart. Here's our second little heart that will be a foot. Okay, so now we have our hearts, our two little feet, and we're gonna glue these on the back. So we're gonna take our owl. So do you see where the wings are? We're gonna glue those below where we would have the feet for the owl. And we're just gonna press that on there. And we'll press this on. Just kind of rub it and make sure that it stays in place. Okay, so now we have our owl body, the wings, and our little heart feet, okay? So now what's left? We need to glue on our little googly eyes, okay? So owl eyes are amazing. They have amazing night vision, so we need to make sure that these eyes are big, right? So I got some really big googly eyes to glue onto our owl. Now, the owl eyes, of course, are gonna go on the front of our little craft here. Okay, so let's get some more glue. Now, what I found when I made the other owls, that it's kind of hard to get these to stay put. So you may need to hold these a little bit longer than you would, say, like the wings or something. And what the other thing is, another recommendation is to really kind of flatten out some of this fanning so that you have sort of a flatter spot for the owl's eyes, okay? So that kind of helps too. So you kind of press it down. Flatten it out and then press it down. And then let's get this other one going too. So we'll kind of flatten it down. And then press it on there. So we'll just hold these here for a second. So we've got our little eyes. So it does kind of look sort of silly without a beak, right? So we definitely need that. So let's use our leftover orange paper, and we're just gonna cut, what I did at least, I just cut the corner here so that it kind of looks like a triangle, like a beak. So just kind of cut the corner. Again, you're gonna need to hold it just for a little bit so that it stays in place. Okay, so now we've got our wings, we've got our little feet, we've got our googly eyes and the beak. So the last thing we need to do are the ears. And so what we'll do is we'll take our little piece of paper here that we use to make the wings, and we're just gonna cut the corners off the sides here so that we can have our little triangle pointed wings, okay? So we're gonna just take our scissors, we're gonna cut off those little corners to make our triangles. All right, so now what we'll do, we're gonna just glue these onto the top. So we've got our cute ears. Okay, so we're gonna glue that on the back again. And put that on the top. And again, just you're gonna wanna pinch it just a little bit so that it stays on there. Don't want the ears to fall off. Okay, so let's do that with the other one here. And, all right, so now we have our accordion owl. Okay, well I hope you enjoy making your accordion owl today. Now if you do want to learn more about owls, certainly we have some books that you can check out. And we have nonfiction books that tell you facts about owls, but we also have great fiction books. For example, we've got Owl Moon, which is a fantastic story about a girl that goes out owling with her dad in the wintertime. So they're looking for an owl, and it's just a great story. Now, if you don't want to check out the book, if you don't want the physical book, if you are more of an ebook person, you can always go to our database, Bookflix. You just need your library card number. You sign into that, and if you type in the word owl, this book actually comes up, and a great nonfiction book about owls' eyes, which are fascinating. So you can learn more about that as well. Well, I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos about all these fun crafts that you can do for ages 6 to 11. Bye.